Sports. I'm Mark Alexic. On Saturday, the Carolinas had it out on the football field. Unfortunately for the Heels, the smaller Carolina brought the bigger game. South Carolina captured an early lead in the first quarter with this touchdown pass, but UNC tried to close the gap with this 49-yard field goal, but Connor Barth misses it wide left for the first time since 2005. Still in the first quarter, Chris Smelly throws a 30-yard pass for USC's second touchdown of the game. And the Gamecocks started to get a little cocky. But students cheered the Heels into the fourth quarter. As we're about to see, here's TJ Yates running the ball in for the Heels' second but final touchdown. And despite rallying, North Carolina never caught up, falling 21-15.
This football team, I hope they take it as encouragement. These kids are fighting. They are giving great effort. And I have been extraordinarily proud of the way that they've prepared every single week to play well.
The team has a bye week this week, but will head into next week with 5 back-to-back conference games to end the season. Basketball season is in sight. Last Friday was the annual Late Night with Roy exhibition celebration, and our Nick Kane was there for the excitement.
What up, Stewart's got a wicket from Chapel Hill. Booyah! You know Tar Heels are always as cool as the other side of the building.
That's right. UNC alum Stuart Scott was in the building to host the event, which showcased the team's first scrimmage. And the players' dancing skills? The Heels hit the floor during their impressions of Soulja Boy, and the guys even got Coach Williams to bust a move. Yes, that's Bobby Frazier as Frazier Flav with the gorgeous Ginyard by his side.
Dance is fun. You get to be a different person, different character, things like that.
The crowd was in full force, and the boys in blue didn't let the fans down. Doesn't look like Ty Lawson lost a step as he blows past Frazier here for the layup. And with Brandon Wright gone, Alex Stevenson shows he's just the man to fill that position. Danny Green says, anything you can do, I can do better. Hansborough is same old Hansborough as he hits the bucket here and draws the foul. The game was close as Stevenson breaks away to jam this one home for White. The game would end in a tie, but the Heels say the best part was being back in front of the crowd.
The feeling of the crowd just yelling when they call your name is hard to describe in words.
The first game of the season will be an exhibition against Shaw University November 3rd. In Chapel Hill, I'm Nick Kane, Carolina Week Sports.
The men's and women's soccer team hosted arch rival Duke in a doubleheader Thursday night at Fetzer Field. The Lady Heels kicked off the first match in front of a raucous crowd of more than 4,000 people. Whitney Engen put home this goal just 4 minutes into the game to give Carolina the early lead, but Duke's Elizabeth Redmond tied the score on this shot from the top of the box. But UNC didn't lose focus. Forward Casey Noguera blasted this shot for what would be the game winner. Duke's best chance to tie came in the 56th minute when Kendall Bradley put 2 close-range shots off the crossbar before UNC's Ashlyn Harris covered the ball, and the Lady Heels went on to win 2-1.
I think the team's kind of coming together more towards, we're kind of starting to get our flow back into how Carolina's supposed to play, its reputation. So hopefully we'll just keep doing well.
In the second game of the soccer doubleheader, the men's team also faced off against Duke. The match drew more than 4,700 fans, the largest crowd in UNC men's soccer history, and as expected, the rivalry was intense as the referee gave 5 players yellow cards. The score was tied after 90 minutes and the game goes to overtime, and in the second overtime, a corner kick bounces around the box. Defender Ryan Adelaide flicks it in for the win, and here's Adelaide getting mobbed by teammates as UNC goes on to beat those dastardly Devils 1-0.
A huge win for us, not just because it was Duke, but the timing was great, and we're going to continue to win after this. I can guarantee you that.
The Summer Olympics in Beijing will host a new event, a 10K open water swim, and the gold medal winner could come from right here in Chapel Hill. Allow me to introduce you to one of UNC's top swimmers and an Olympic hopeful, Chip Peterson. Why walk the dog when you can swim with the dog? That's what Chip Peterson has done since he was a child.
Growing up, my parents actually started me swimming. It made sense. We actually lived on the water, so they just didn't want me to drown.
Chip's backyard overlooks Bogue Sound, the place where he hones his open water skills. but not until after getting a few tips from his father.
Keep your eyes open for the jellyfish, steer around it if you can, watch out for the turtles, don't get caught on a hook, don't hit a piling. There's a lot of common sense that comes along with this.
That common sense in open water helps Chip's self-discipline in the pool. Just ask his head coach.
He goes, and it's consistent in a practice, it's consistent in a day, in a week, a season. There aren't many days where Chip doesn't work at his capacity.
Chip shows persistence in the pool, but he prefers water without walls.
I really feel comfortable in that situation. I think that's more the difficulty that some people face when they switch over to open water is they just don't like it. Like they sort of feel out of place in open water. Like there's something gonna get them, they can't see the bottom, and I'm really okay with that. Like it's not that scary to me.
Apparently not. He has a table of trophies, an overflowing mass of medals, and a very proud mother.
A lot of small children say, I'm going to the Olympics someday, or I'm going to be president. But my child not only said he's going to the Olympics, but he's almost certainly going to actually do that.
Chip's track record certainly indicates potential Olympic success. 2 years ago, he won this first-place medal in the Open Water World Championships in Montreal. A few months later, he came to a thrilling realization regarding his backyard hobby.
I just won the event that's going to be in the Olympics in 3 years. Like, this could not have worked out any more perfectly.
Chip will go to Fort Myers, Florida this weekend, trying to survive the first cut on the road to making the U.S. Olympic team. And of course, Carolina Week Sports will let you know how he does. And one more quick mention before I go. Field hockey team 16-0 after a victory over Virginia this past weekend, hopefully on the road to a national title.
Outstanding. Good for them.
Thanks, Mark. Well, we count on them to be there when we need help.
But coming up, it's who we're counting on that might surprise you.